We have had the most wonderful 2.5 weeks of marriage so far, and we just posted a teaser for our wedding.
Yes, we did.
That we just got, and
Make
I
sure
can't wait
you've
to
seen
see
it.
the rest.
If you haven't seen it, go watch that. That was pretty awesome.
And then, eventually, we're gonna share more pictures of the wedding and more video and pictures of the honeymoon because it's been absolutely perfect. So, Jared surprised me on the honeymoon. I didn't know where we were going or anything, and it was so perfect. So, we will share more of that eventually. In the meantime, have a wonderful rest of your day.
Hey guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It's Thursday, April 14th. So it's not a Duggar day without some drama. And that comes down to Hannah Duggar and Jeremiah Duggar. They just got married. Yay! And they had those vows where they took each other for better sickness and in health, and she was going to obey and submit. Now, there's nothing like a wedding in this world because marriage means that they can finally, have a level of connection that they were not able to have before, including kissing and front hugging. And in the world of the IBLP, most of these couples haven't had any connection at all prior to getting married. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you know about the list that the Duggars give to their kids right before they get married, which includes bringing a lot of towels and a lot of fragrances and pregnancy tests while they're on their wedding honeymoon. Yeah, pregnancy tests on your honeymoon. So anyways, and antibiotics. Like, it's just a weird list. Anyways, the Duggars and the IBLP have modesty standards. So the kids don't get the most, let's say they don't learn a lot about the world of just being a normal person. And actually having normal thoughts like being attracted to someone, thinking someone's pretty, being, attracted to someone and feeling attracted to someone. None of that's actually considered like lustful thoughts, and lustful thoughts are supposed to be controlled. And so the world of the Duggars, that kind of stuff is just, you can't do that. Like, there's a reason why, the women have to dress a certain way because they want to prevent men from having the lustful thoughts, because it's not the job of the man to control his own thoughts. It's a woman's job to dress more modestly. So you have to give the boys a little bit of a break. They've grown up in a very oppressive world where they haven't had the best set of, standards when it comes to understanding the real world, and they don't necessarily understand just social behavior. I mean, they are so incredibly sheltered by their parents. They were homeschooled and they were in small churches and segregated a lot from the world around them, that they don't have a lot of social interaction with people outside of the world. And because there's such a heightened emphasis on marital relationships, and once you get married, you can do those things. Once you get married, it's like the only thing that so many of them are doing because they haven't been able to do it. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, yesterday, Hannah and Jeremiah announced on their Instagram that they were posting a sneak peek of their wedding, which I'll just say this. Hannah's wedding dress was beautiful. Hannah is absolutely gorgeous. A lot of you asked, how much older is Hannah? She's only 3 years older than Jeremiah. She's not 40. Some people are like, oh, she looks like she's 40. Like, I'm 43. Hannah does not look my age. She looks like she's 26, the age that she is. But this is the video that actually she posted as a story, and I just noticed she removed it.
We have had the most wonderful 2.5 weeks of marriage so far, and we just posted a teaser for our wedding.
Yes, we did.
That we just got, and
Make
I
sure
can't wait
you've
to
seen
see the
it.
rest.
If you haven't seen it, go watch that. That was pretty awesome.
And then, eventually, we're gonna share more pictures of the wedding and more video and pictures of the honeymoon because it's been absolutely perfect. So, Jared surprised me on the honeymoon. I didn't know where we were going or anything, and it was so perfect. So, we will share more of that eventually. In the meantime, have a wonderful rest of your day.
So she shared all of these in the same, like all three in a row, right? And then there was a click to her post of the wedding teaser. Now, the wedding teaser is basically just them meeting each other and seeing each other in a field and holding hands. And it's just your typical Gabenator Films post. But I noticed when I went to her Instagram now that clip of Jeremiah and her is now gone. And I noticed what Jeremiah did with his tongue.
And then, eventually, we're gonna share more pictures of the wedding and more video and pictures of the honeymoon.
And I was like, Jeremiah, could you just act like an adult right now? Just please for 5 minutes. I know you're only 23 or 24, but like, please just act like an adult for like 20 seconds that your wife is making this video. And she deleted it. On my comments, people were divided about if him sticking his tongue out like that was gross or not. I just thought it was like immature and like, I don't know, just unnecessary. It says, I can almost read his thoughts. Finally, a wife to be readily available 24/7 in more ways than one. Someone said, I have secondhand embarrassment. Another person said, comparing this to Jed's YouTube video he and his wife posted, these twins obviously have very different personalities. Someone else said, ugh, they're literally screaming, we've had front hugging, like they're the only people in the world that have ever done it. Someone else said, why do all the Duggar men give off such a vile vibe? Someone else said, was he sent to the Alert Academy before or after he got married? And this is what someone said that I actually think is a really good comment. I think what makes people so uncomfortable watching stuff like this with Jeremiah and almost all of the Duggars is that their emotional maturity is so stunted. We would expect his immature facial expressions and being all hugged up on her like this in like a 13-year-old who's in their first relationship, not a 20-something-year-old who should be more seasoned than to get this excited and giddy about a kiss or a front hug. Okay, so you guys were a little bit divided here. I thought the tongue was just really immature. I think that's why I said it was gross. But that's just me. Like, it's my job to commentate, and sometimes I do funny reels for you and give you guys my reaction to things. So some of you agreed, others of you didn't. I think the real issue here is the lack of emotional maturity. And like, let's think about this for the context of the Duggars. Jim Bob is a very physical guy with Michelle. And if you've noticed on the show, he's always grabbing her and kissing her and letting like everyone know that this is his wife and that he can kiss her and he can touch her. And I think the boys have seen that, and they, in a lot of ways in the IBLP, the women are the property of the man. And so there is that aspect of just that I'm owning you kind of thing.
Don't try this at home.
I think it's important for our kids to understand that mommy and daddy love each other.
Bend your knees a little bit like this. Okay. Bend your knees a little bit.
Hey, let me show y'all the best way to kiss here. If you kiss straight on, your noses hit together, see? And so you have to turn, she turns one way, I turn the other.
It wasn't how close they were and how touchy they were that really sort of made me feel weirded out. It was just that when she said the marriage, and as soon as she said that, he did the thing with his tongue, which to me felt like he's telling everyone, yeah, we're totally not virgins anymore, which it goes without saying when you get married, right? And most people, once they've lost their virginity, don't announce it to the world and aren't excited. It's not like a badge of honor to lose it. It's just a personal situation. Most of us don't talk about that. But for them, because they've waited for so long and so much is placed on it, it becomes this huge, I want the world to know, right? That's how it came off to me. I could be totally wrong, but that was just my impression. And then obviously, you're just like, we're all a little bit like marked by Josh, and we're like, ew, like, is this another Josh on our hands? So some of you asked about Jeremiah and the Alert Academy. He did go to the Alert Academy, but I don't know why. The Duggars wrote about him going to the Alert Academy, and they said that, it was just this great place for him to learn all kinds of disciplines, and he really enjoyed his time, and he got an award for being such an encourager, and he really liked the disciplines that he learned while he was at Alert. Alert Academy is, used to deal with struggles. It also can be used by some of these people to get them better indoctrinated if they're rebelling. It doesn't necessarily mean that Jeremiah was sent to the Alert Academy because he's like Josh. It could just be that maybe Jeremiah was being rebellious. Maybe he had a lustful thought. Maybe he thought a girl was cute. Maybe he tried to kiss a girl and his parents didn't like that. I mean, in all actuality, what you and I would have done in the normal world to them is so highly bad that being a normal teenager could get you sent to the Alert Academy in the Duggars house. So I'm not here to say that Jeremiah is like his brother. I just thought that the whole lick thing was immature. But they deleted the post, which, you know, a lot of you sent me messages and you're like, oh, what is he doing here? And I'm like, listen, they're immature, you guys. Like the boys have never had experience. And now they're finally married so they can be whoever they want to be. And if you remember, Josh was very... he liked to also do stuff like that with Anna. So I think that also might be like reminiscent to people like, oh, Josh would be kind of crude like that with Anna. So you don't want to like automatically go there, but I think it's hard when it's the Duggars, right? It's the IBLP. It's hard not to see the warning signs sometimes, even if they're not misdirected. So they delete the post, and I think that's probably more like because of how they may have appeared, not necessarily about the backlash, or maybe it is because of the backlash. But what are your thoughts about it? The tongue gross? Are they emotionally stunted? Or it's just like him being goofy? I mean, fair enough. He could have just been goofy. But then even yet, ew. Bye, guys.